Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria pushes for adoption of artificial intelligence in workplaces. Plus, Akwa Ibom House of Assembly moves to regulate scrap metal business in Akwa Ibom State. A very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us on the news at 10 here on NTA Channel 12, Uyo. Remember, this broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times Channel 103 and on our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. Do well to click the like button so we can engage properly. Achieving safety in workplaces and maintaining a healthy workforce is possible if organizations effectively deploy artificial intelligence in their services. This was the summation of stakeholders at a 3-day conference in Uyo, put together by the Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria, ISPON. Abasenyang Ekbenyong tells us more.
The mention of artificial intelligence in workplaces sent fears among employees who feel that this may lead to job loss. But the Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria, through its Uyo 2025 Professional Development Conference, is seeing it differently. The conference, organized in collaboration with the House Committee on Safety Standards and Regulations of the National Assembly, focuses on the theme, Safer Nigeria 2025 and Beyond, leveraging AI and digitalization for enhanced occupational safety and health.
We're looking at what is trending and where is the next generation going to, which is the artificial intelligence. Now, how can we bring it, domicile it now in Nigeria, then digitalize it to use it for our own benefits, especially in our profession, which is occupational safety and health. That is what we are looking at here. Now, as a unified president I have come, now I am bringing all the branches, about 17 or 18 branches in Nigeria. I'm bringing all of them together so we can all sit down and talk about safety, bring best safety practices to Nigeria, and ensure that we do only the right things, that we grow safety in this country, Nigeria.
If we leverage AI and digitalization wisely, we can reduce occupational injuries by 80%, save thousands of lives, and create a workforce that is not only productive, but protected and prosperous. Together, we can build a Nigeria where technology saves lives, data drives safety, and innovation secures our future.
Stakeholders emphasize on the need to embrace AI for a safer Nigeria.
The way forward for us is to see how we'll be able to drive this across, enforce, and we call on all security bodies and every enforcement agencies to join in this to make sure that Nigeria becomes safer, even as our team is a Safer Nigeria 2025 and beyond.
It's basically in terms of enlightenment and education to let people see the impact of an unsafe working environment on our productivity. And for us, the continuous work is that continuous engagement in championing safe working conditions in our industries, factories, all in different workplaces, and also thinking out of the box as to the safety initiatives that will work for the new economy that seems to be springing up.
You can't be a safety practitioner without being certified by ISPON. So that's one of the reasons why everybody that is practicing safety, especially working safety, must ensure that they are certified by ISPON.
The conference, which attracted participants from across the country, featured panel discussion, goodwill messages, as well as award presentation to some Nigerians for their outstanding contributions for a safer Nigeria.
A bill seeking to regulate scrap metal business in Akwa Ibom State has scaled second reading in the State House of Assembly. The bill, sponsored by the member representing Okobo State constituency, will prohibit any individual or company from engaging in scrap metal business without first obtaining a valid license from the Akwa Ibom State Environmental Protection and Waste Management Agency. Nsikak Okon completes the story.
The bill, titled A Law to Regulate the Business of Scrap Metal Dealers and Similar Goods and for Other Matters Connected Therewith, is sponsored by member representing Okobo State constituency, Pius Bassi. Mr. Bassi says the bill is to empower the agency to monitor, inspect, and where necessary, close down unlicensed scrap sites operating within the state. The law also mandates scrap dealers to verify the identity of suppliers, keep proper record of transactions, and display their licenses at all business locations.
By introducing a robust regulatory system to this bill, we are not only protecting public infrastructure and reduce crime, but we are also supporting the growth of a legitimate and sustainable scrap metal industry that contributes to environmental conservation and economic development.
Some lawmakers comment on the developments.
Scrap dealers continue criminal activities in a corridor that is linked to various issues mentioned, including theft, vandalism. A typical example, Mr. Speaker, is the new ring road constructed by the Village Power Administration. Mr. Speaker, if you enter that road now, it's an eyesore. This is because most of the county police find themselves in want of law to charge most of these scrap dealers. I'm believing that for my colleague to bring this law, the police will not have any excuse again.
If we don't set a legal framework to checkmate the activities, to ensure that they don't carry out criminal activities, to even ensure that we can pick from the 1.5 billion naira annually business that is in the scrap country. We can't do that without a legal framework.
The moment the law is accepted, it will give a very legal framework that if you are not a registered member, you will not. And so if we see somebody on our street or nearby our home, we will have to know whether that person is registered.
I am totally in support of this very important bill. And regulating these scrap collectors will help us to make the criminal activities in our state.
The Speaker of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Udemoto, commended the sponsor and co-sponsors of the bill and directed that the bill be sent to the House Committee on Environment for in-depth study.
For law to regulate the businesses of scrap metal dealers and similar goods and for other matters connected, they will read the second time, and Committee on Environment go and work on this bill and report to this House in 1 month's time.
Nsikak Okon, NTA News.
We're due for our first commercial. More stories afterwards. Please stay.
Children's Summit 2025.
NTA Uye, your dependable station, is organizing the 2025 Children's Summit, a speech-making event for pupils and students in both public and private schools.
The theme for this year's event is renewable energy, critical need for industrialization and sustainable development.
Date 23rd October 2025.
Venue Civil Service Auditorium, Idongeset Nkanga Secretariat, Uyo.
Time 10 a.m. prompt. Participating schools should register the programs department. We are grateful to Dr. Glory Edit, founder, Mary Slezak Akanfuglo Foundation. Most sponsors are welcome. For inquiry, call.
Children's Summit, promoting healthy competition among school children.
CY Best Electronics, awesome, great, and indeed a finesse among the best quality electronics of all brands of television and smart television sets ranging from 19 to 66 inches, compact disc, DVD players, home theater sets, and soundbar music systems. What about extension wires and accessories, AV, HDMI, auxiliary cables, TV guard and surge protectors, wall brackets, DVD mounts, and wall shelves? These and more at CY Best Electronics, 30 Nepal Line, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For inquiries and order, please call 0803 599 7564, 0808 556 3469, or 0802 685 0027. CY Best Electronics, God is love.
You're welcome back. Now to some cheery story. The Nigerian Navy ship Victory has rescued 17 passengers who were kidnapped by suspected sea pirates along the Calabar-Oron maritime route, a major waterway linking Cross River and Akwa Ibom states. The victims were traveling aboard a passenger boat operated by Sea Express Transport Company on the 25th of September 2025 when the pirates struck. The vessel, which had departed from Calabar to Oron, was reportedly carrying over 30 passengers at the time of the incident. Still on security matters, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, is commending President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, and the Nigeria Police Force is promising to continue to witness investment in manpower, logistics and welfare towards building a more responsive and people-oriented police force. The IGP, represented by AIG Zone 6, made the declaration at the passing out parade ceremony of the 2022-2023 Batch B Recruit Constable intake at the Police Training School, Odukbani, Cross River State. Paul Lebel reports.
The arrival of the special guest of honor, IGP Egbetokun, represented by AIG Zone 6, signals the commencement of the passing out parade of 2022-2023 Batch B intake recruit constables as he proceeds to review the parade. The IGP charges the 693 recruit constables from Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Bayelsa and Benue states, having spent 6 months undergoing police basic training, including general police duty in protection of lives and property, ethical values, practical field operations, among others, to translate knowledge gained to better the society.
Thanking the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for making it possible for the recruitment exercise in this number of 10,000, another 10,000, and directing also for the injection of another 30,000 in a few years to come.
I urge you to serve the country selflessly and with discipline.
A disciplined policeman is always obedient, loyal, dedicated, hardworking, courteous, and smartly turned out.
Make yourself friendly to the communities where you are going to be deployed to.
Awards were presented to the best performing recruits in different categories.
The basic tenets of community policing.
In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
Let's take some commercials. We'll be back with more stories. Please stay.
Mind-blowing innovation in hospitality. Tastefully furnished rooms and apartments, cozy restaurant with local and continental dishes, exquisite bar, standard laundry and car wash, free Wi-Fi and 24-hour spa and water supply. Feel the superior quality of hospitality and luxury as you unwind and relish the comfort of life, all at the Silver Luxury Hotel, managed by Joy Hymns Limited, Itiam Utep Street, Plot 100 Units L, with Housing Estate, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For inquiries and reservations, please call 0806 840 1220 or 0701 661 7341. The Silver Luxury Hotel, oasis of comfort.
Water is life. Aqua Cardinali Water provides the highest quality drinking water. Aqua Cardinali Water is owned by the Catholic Diocese of Uyo, produced and packaged by Cadisem Enterprises Nigeria. It is available in 19 liters dispenser jar, 60 cl sachet, 50 cl and 75 cl table water. Visit Aqua Cardinali Water at number 34 Dominic Utuk Avenue, Yo, Akwa Ibom State. Drink Aqua Cardinali Water, certified by NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria. Call 0903-288-2958. Aqua Cardinali Water. Drink pure. Stay healthy.
Welcome back. Indigenous languages are a vital part of a people's culture and identity. Despite its importance to any ethnic group, many individuals are struggling to speak their local languages, preferring English language or the pidgin version. With the story not different among young Nigerians, what could be the reason for this rising trend, and what likely implications lie in the future? Evelyn Baduekbo takes it from here.
How many languages can you speak?
I am an Anang man from Ikodegbene, so I speak Anang, I speak Ibibio, I speak Efik. I was born in Calabar.
Studies reveal that Nigeria boasts of exceptional linguistic and ethnic diversity, with over 250 ethnic groups and a vast array of languages. From north to south, east to west, there are languages indigenous to the ethnic groupings. An indigenous language which is native to a particular region or mother tongue, which invariably the first language from mother to child, is an integral part of culture and tradition. But that seems to be facing a challenge in some homes, and that is a gradual decline. What are likely benefits?
Some time ago, I spoke with somebody about the language, the benefit of language, and he was like, no. But 2 weeks ago, he called me and said that he have seen the benefit of speaking the language because he was almost robbed. But when he said, Ngoro, in a language, they will kill me, and the other person said, oh, that's my brother, please let him, because that's the benefit of the language.
Thinking is done in mother tongue. Nobody thinks in English. You think in your native language. It's only your ability to understand maybe the lingua franca, like if you know it better, you can now express yourself better.
When you speak in your language, people around will not understand what you're saying. Sometimes you rebuke your child with your language. But if that child cannot understand what you're saying, it becomes a problem.
So how can speaking indigenous languages, especially the mother tongue, be achieved?
The parents at home should teach the children how to speak the language. For instance, they should help them to know how to call the names of things like peso, udang, plates, usan, so that when they come to school, they will be able to cope and understand it perfectly.
So what government needs to do is to still encourage the learning, the teaching, and the use of these indigenous languages by making sure at the primary level they use it as the instructional code.
Observers express fears about dangers posed by the extinction of indigenous languages.
If the government strictly allow teachers teach in Ibibio language or our cultural language, students will easily understand what they are being taught, because this enables free understanding during the lectures.
The policies of government have so much to do in protecting our languages. But today we can see that some government policies do not help matters. We know about the national policy on education, where the language of the immediate community has to be used as the educational language in the junior cadre, that's from the primary school. But government is not really doing that.
Inasmuch as some analysts put the blame on parents for failing to entrench communication via local languages with their wards, some parents support encouragement for younger generations to speak local languages as a way of preserving culture.
In Ibibio, a tree is called Eto. So anybody that looks at a tree now must first know that this is Eto before he now calls it a tree in English. So if you do not know your mother tongue, it will be difficult for you to be intelligent deep down. You will only be superficially intelligent. You will know a little bit of science and all those things, but if it's native wisdom, you may not really have.
The fate of indigenous languages hangs in the balance. Can we revive them to preserve our cultural identity? In Uyo, Evelyn Badu Ekpo, NTA News.
And that's it on the news, but before we go, let's take you through a review of the top stories. The Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria has called for adoption of artificial intelligence at workplaces. You also heard in the news that Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has moved to regulate scrap metal business in the states. Thank you for watching. Up next is the news in Ibibio. Good morning.
Ebo the Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria. Ebo kebe kamam bo radio the artificial intelligence en autum kemitutum. Ofor mbed stede mi Edward Adinam yangbun. Ayon condemn any license in Bemiso a moenam in the state. Okang ni song ide ombo ya ikom member sanyi ni oba sinemi. Mikere wisdom check up. Enam ja ide on ke di nie ukbeme kitutum yon bakan song idem akemedi krunen adieke mofautum kerekit. Ekamage mempobo radio artificial intelligence kemitutum mo. Amiero sembuno weketang ikoi banga kukbempo senita ebo radio the Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria eke tumo ya ikombo mito abasenya ekbenyon.
Aina senita amebo koto Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria ispon kibibio eke tumo mikuyo akedo arinam yak mono wo kirda Nigeria ni fioge banga ukpeme ke itiutum ye kenkan kok ammo ebanga kenamutum ami akedo akpani woriko amen taifio kenkan ukpeme eke tange banga kerina mami ebogomi eke diana kedie kama ufogutum ubombet kira Nigeria etum bonomi mana toro etat meweyen kabanga usong nangekbekeme ayir penda ukpeme tobio kerina mami emaebo kukpeme ado takpanpo amen agante mewo kere kider nyen Nigeria etenga yenese mana toru foro yenkori ari rokidio bio embono minko ikpege kere maino nti etup ebangari na mami enyunge no mono wo ameke na mangwonda mkpo ino ukpono miku yo abasenya ekpenyong okombok NTA
Enam ja ide on ku fo tume serem bobandu utum de konkemong Nigerian Navy emanyang awe freba ambure di angete si pirate ke momo kusong ade moge to kalaba edi nyong ron ado wanda usong esake eka cross river Akwa bonomi etangami ekedo ubome di angete Sea Express Transport Company kusenefion ede mission kafion September iswa isenegemi kinim bodo gatepake ubomi na aitang agato kalaba di kauyo ndion bonowo sibi seneke surugo do mai waikan awe de meru kangen bod di trembo ba sel mi ro tutu mbubre yon karen kai tia ba ri temagi ko membo afeni tonyo tutu niero